What's up, kings, queens, and hotties in between? It's your fella Krim. Love that you're watching the video, but before we get into it, go ahead and click that big red button, ring the bell, and tell your homies to go like and comment before giving them a juicy, and I mean the juiciest, sloppy time. Some may even call it Open New Content style. Happy New Booster Day, everyone. Today we're going to be covering Extra Dimensional Crisis, the new booster that released in Pokemon TCG Pocket. Unfortunately, there's a bunch of ads on the bottom of my screen, so just completely ignore that, okay? So let's just get into it. I've been testing out a lot of decks in, like normal battles. So I think I have like a pretty good understanding of like the best cards at this point. If you didn't know, I am a Master Ball player, so if that means anything to you, there's that. So let's get into it. I'm going to be only covering the quote-unquote important cards, or the cards that I think have value. And for starters, I think we can start with Dartrix. Dartrix with Skill Dive is very good. Oh my god, there's so many ads. I can't. It's so scuffed. Dartrix has Skill Dive, and this ability just basically allows it to set itself up if you get stuck with the middle stage, and that's pretty good. Let's get to Decidueye. Decidueye, this is a normal one, and it also doesn't require setup of its own, which is excellent. That means that you don't have to like rely on Lurantis or anything like that, and you can just snipe whatever you want for 70 damage. So it's nice. I still kind of prefer the EX one though. Maybe you can do like double EX, one normal one. Buzzwole, I kind of feel like he's not as insane as he could be, but I might be wrong. It's just like, you know what, I just realized, I might just get the card information and just put it on the screen, because like this is literally unwatchable. But anyways, Buzzwole is, I don't know if it's actually good. The thing about like, so Ultra Beasts all have like these special effect cards that like give them bonuses and whatever. So like we have Beastite, we have, I guess you can also like put red in the deck and that kind of stuff. But the thing is, 120 is really low. And I feel like Leaf Cape and Beastite kind of compete with one another, Because you can't run both, because both of them are equipables, So it's not like an item that you can, like a potion, It's like an actual equipable. So it kind of makes it a little hard for Buzzwole to be used in that way. And I also feel like what is it called? Formosa, Celesteela, and then Buzzwole. Like that whole thing feels like you need Exodia to get going. It's kind of like Arceus Carnivine, where you need like every little piece in the good order, otherwise you're kind of boned. And I feel like Buzzwole kind of falls into that. It might need a better partner. I think Celesteela is kind of glued to Buzzwole, because like otherwise how do you play Buzzwole? So I don't know. There's a lot of things that can go wrong for Buzzwole, and I feel like it's a little bit too slow in a meta where everything is really fast. Blacephalon, well actually no, Formosa. Formosa, I got the immersive. I'm really happy about that. Or not the immersive, the full art. But Formosa is an interesting Pokemon because she can just snipe things turn 1. So what that means is that you don't have to hunt for the stage 1 Pokemon. You can just, it's a basic, so you just go straight into Formosa, start sniping EXs on the bench. It makes me wonder if we're going to see less EXs because of Formosa in the meta, but we'll have to see. It might not be as impactful as to like convince people to not run EXs, because EXs are too good, but Formosa, I genuinely love her playstyle, and I'm so glad that we have like a sniper that can do its job without finding a stage 1. I really hate finding the stage 1s. Kartana, I think we can write off. I don't really care for it. Blacephalon, I think is extremely underrated. This thing can like really just like pack a massive punch. I always liked like how do you call this? Suicide nukes, like kamikaze kind of playstyle. And I think Blacephalon really works. With what is her name? The woman. Does anyone know the woman's name? Li- what is her name? Hold on, I need to search this up. With the supporter card that helps Ultra Beast, Lusamine, you can start like basically Blacephalon becomes a Marshadow on steroids. Beat Punk does 130. Technically, with the Beastite you can attach to Blacephalon, it can also do like 150 in one turn, which is, I mean, what is 150? That's a Palkia. That's a Palkia hit. And of course, it's gonna like, chances are it's gonna blow itself up in the process, but that's really good for like revenge and like just getting kills off near the end game. Very fun card. I really want to test out that card. I think it's really interesting. Next up, Tapu Koko. It's weird because this thing wants to go second every single game. Otherwise, it kind of like gets screwed because it's an EX. And I guess maybe you can do like Plusle, or not Plusle, Pachirisu, and get the Mach Bolt running that way. But it's like, I don't know, 90 damage for 3 energies when we have Shuppet and like, what is its name? But the one with Tyrannical Hole. Jesus, Guzzlord. When we have Guzzlord around with like built-in TRG, and then you can the enemy can also run a TRG of their own. It's really hard to justify a 3 energy cost for 90 damage. That's 30 damage per energy, which I don't really like. Circuitry, I think we could skip over. It's not very good. Zeraora is also not very good. Sorry. Shiinotic, I think it's interesting. I just wonder how you're gonna get out that stage 1 quick enough. Maybe with, oh, you know what you can do with Shiinotic? You can do the Psychic Disc. What is it called? The one from Celestial Islands. It's like the thing that searches for a basic Pokemon that is psychic. If it's on the top of your deck, you get to keep it, you know? Something like that could be interesting for Shiinotic. And that also thins out the deck. So maybe something like that could work for Shiinotic. The problem is that it's a stage 1, which means that you really have to get it out quickly, otherwise you're kind of boned. But I guess it would be a good partner for Giratina, because you want to find your Giratina as soon as possible. So, you know, could be something. Let's see. All the fighting Pokemon are kind of bad. We found out that there's Lycanroc EX, but I don't think Rockruff can search for it, because it doesn't mention Lycanroc EX. Or wait, no. It says anything that evolves from Rockruff. So it should work. It should work. Hopefully. I don't know. We'll have to test that out. And let's see. Nihiligo. Okay, Nihiligo is absolutely insane. I pulled the crown of it somehow, and this card is genuinely, like, I think it kind of breaks the game. You definitely, like, Arceus stonks have gone up tremendously. Being able to, like, avoid being poisoned is awesome. And Nihiligo's like it's the main culprit of that. There's just too much damage, like 20 per turn, and then you could stack it with another Nihiligo, and just it becomes 30 per turn. It's like a better burn at that point. So it gets very scary. Sometimes you don't even want to hit something equipped with Poison Bar because of Nihiligo, which is like the most insane part about it. I don't know if it will be good as a slot in where it can't attack, because like it requires 1 dark and 1 colorless energy, but if you don't have dark energy in your deck, I don't know if it's worth running Nihiligo. It's probably glued to dark, because I just can't imagine running it on like any deck. On the other hand, Guzzlord loves being in any deck possible because of Grindcore. it's it's such an interesting skill. It's like TRG, and you can run TRG in your deck, Team Rocket Grunt, and the enemy never gets energy. My issue with this card, though, is that as much as we were overhyping it, or as much as we were hyping it up, I do feel like it's slightly overhyped because everything has like one energy cost now, or like lower energy costs. And I feel like Formosa is a main thing about it. So think about it this way: Formosa Muscarada decks, Formosa hits Guzzlord for 150. Then you can Cyrus it, assuming you have your Muscarada already. Cyrus it, and with the grass weakness, it does 150 and immediately kills Guzzlord before it can do anything. So like obviously like that was like a very rough simulation of what an actual match might look like, but Guzzlord might be a little bit too slow for my taste. I think it's still going to be very impactful, but it makes me wonder if we're going to be pushed into a meta where lower energy costs are way more valued. Because, man, grindcore, funny skill. I think it's good for balancing of the game, because that means like Darkrai Giratina gets like really screwed. So it's also dark, which means that it does effective damage against Giratina. So I think they're really trying to like push Dark Tina down as much as possible, and I love that. Nagandil, and by extension Poipole, it partners well with Nihiligo, and that's basically about it. I don't think it's that crazy of a card. I would rather run something else other than Nihiligo and Poipole, but it is like a potential combo piece. Let's see. Stakataka, I think people are writing this card off. I think it could be really good for Solgaleo decks, because we have a Beast Wall, or whatever it's called, and just make Stakataka stall for like 30 turns. Maybe you can do like Rocky Helmet to actually do some more damage with Stakataka. But otherwise, yeah, it's just a big wall. 40 damage is a little bit too low, I think, to like deal with Oricorio, which is kind of scary, but theoretically it can kill Oricorios for Solgaleo. So that's something. Let's see, what else is here? Type Null, and by extension Silvally. Okay, Silvally, or Silvally, I don't know. Silvally has Brave Buddies. For 2 energies, it does 100 damage, basically. Now, my thing about Silvally is that it's kind of deceptive, because you're like, oh, okay, it's 110, it does 100 damage. Like, that's not too crazy, right? We have Dark Rockruff who can do that. But Silvally is interesting because you can use a supporter card to fish out the cards that you want specifically. So, like, to get the evolutions for type Null. And then it doesn't get interrupted by red card or Mars. So that means that you get to actually keep it in your hand and also reduce your deck size. Now, if you combo that with Repel, that means that you're also disposing of more items, thinning your deck out even further, which is why I'm planning on doing like a Rampardo Silvally deck to further showcase that. I think Silvally is a great Pokemon for that reason alone. I guess also like 2 energies for 100 damage is really good, because you can, like, how would that be? That's 1 energy for 50 damage. That's good value. So yeah, moving on. Celesteela is insane. It enables a lot of the Ultra Beasts to do just like really funny stuff, and especially in a world where Shuppet exists and like starts trapping everything, that gets really scary. So Celesteela helps out Ultra Beasts a ton. Unfortunately, I was like gonna run Bannet decks, and I don't know. I don't think Bannet is that good anymore because of Celesteela alone, but that's fine. Beast Wall, I think, is like a very niche card, so we don't need to talk about it. I think it's mainly for Stakataka. Repel is a Sabrina, but only with basic Pokemon. So what that means is that it's just it's another form of disruption. Now, I think this also like kind of annoys Dark Tina a lot. Not like a ton, but like it does add another layer to it. Being able to have technically 4 Sabrinas in one deck is insane. And if you like combo that with like Shop It or something, or ban it rather, it just really like locks down some stuff. And I do enjoy that. I think it's very fun. Now, is it worth running in your decks? Maybe not. I think it's a fun card. I don't know if it's a good card. The only way I can see this like being played in a reasonable way is with Sylvali, because you can burn through your deck quicker. Electrical Cord is for electric types, and I think this makes, what is it called? A Alolan Raichu extremely real, because you attach it to like whatever's in front, or a Choreo, Tapu Koko, whatever. It dies and it passes the energy over to Pachirisu, or passes it over to Raichu. Raichu hits for however much damage it does. It does insane numbers. And yeah, it's like a really good revenge kind of thing. And Raichu has 140 HP. With Cape, it's 160, which means that it can survive some hits. So it's not extremely frail like Shining Revelry Pikachu. So that has that going for it. Let's see. Beastite, I don't know if this is a good card. I don't feel like it is, but it could be, because it's another damage modifier. Attacks this way. This card is attached to your opponent's active Pokemon for each point you have gotten. So it's not really about revenge, it's about closing the game out even further. So if you're in the lead, you're doing an extra 20 damage, and then like red and that kind of stuff, you can really like put the final nail in the coffin. So maybe. I just feel like it's a little bit too situational in a world where we have very limited deck space. So I'll say that much. Beyond that, Gladion, of course, helps out Silvally, thin out the deck even further. Very nice. Oh, it's actually put one random type null or Silvally. Interesting. Okay, I need to remember that. But still helps, because Pokeball with a fossil deck, you just really, it's basically find your evolution, you know? Looker is a bad card. Lusamine powers up your Ultra Beast, and yeah, it's an energy transfer. It just throws your energy onto the next person, and that's epic. Or the next Pokemon. And we had Shiny Greninja, of course. They just wanted us to have Shiny Greninja, and it looks awesome. But that's about it. That's my little coverage of Extra Dimensional Crisis. I normally don't do this kind of like serious content, but if you guys enjoy it, please be sure to like, share, and subscribe. I'm going to try to edit this as soon as possible so that you guys get the video out as soon as possible and you get to enjoy it. And yeah, I think overall this booster is pretty fun, and I'm having a lot of fun with it. I think honestly this might be the most fun booster I've ever experienced in TCG. So that being said, I wouldn't say that it's a must pull. There are some limiting things here that I think you can probably get away with not rolling on. So yeah, if you want to roll. If you don't want to roll, save those hourglasses. It's a good opportunity to, at least. And yeah, you guys like this content? Like, share, and subscribe. Okay, bye. I gotta go. Gotta go.